bottles, yeah, we got them all. Line them all up and we'll drink till we fall. Arthur Cantina's the best liquor store. Arthur Cantina, you'll never need more.
Hello and welcome to another wonderful episode of the Arthur Cantina Podcast. I'm your host Anthony. I'm your
Anthony.
host. I'm
JP.
It's JP.
This is Bizarro Upside Down World.
This is Bizarro World. Yes, it's me, Anthony. I've become handsome somehow. No, of course, I'm JP. This is Anthony, and our very special guest, one of our favorite people, I would say. She treats us great. Tiziana, thanks for coming on.
Thank you. No, thank you for having me. I mean, it took a while. I don't know why it took such a long while.
You got to put the idea of a podcast in someone's head 3 months ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I saw the podcast and there was a little bit like, why they don't call me? But anyway.
I think we've called you a couple times.
Finally, we did.
Yeah.
Well, we like Tiziana best, not only because she's just a good person and just very knowledgeable and nice, but every time she comes to do a tasting, she brings food for us. So, I mean...
And now, you're spoiled. I can't stop.
You ever heard of the Pavlov effect?
What is?
Pavlov?
When a dog, they ring the bell and the dog starts to drool.
I didn't know that.
The same concept with you. You bring the food and we go, oh, Tiziana's here. And we all start drooling. Oh, beautiful, Tiziana's
I didn't know
here.
that was
it's the same effect is happening to us.
Nice.
That's why we buy your ones.
Okay, so...
They're also very good.
Every
ones.
time Tiziana's in the store pouring, she pours on a Saturday, 12 to 4. She's always bringing us cold cuts. She's always bringing us speck, mortadella. She brings us bread from the neighborhood over here. So we always have a little feast, and we are spoiled.
Yeah,
We're very
the
spoiled.
bread for sure from here, because having good bread in the city is a little bit more challenging. Yeah. Here the bread is much better, definitely.
I take a lot of pride in the neighborhood's bakeries.
Yeah.
I think we have a lot of good bakeries over here.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure.
And full, too. Full of people.
And here you have a lot of good wine. Of course, you have the best.
Well, we pick them. We pick a nice one.
No, you good. You taste everything, so that's how, it's supposed to be. Because if you want to suggest people, you need to know the wine.
That's true.
Well, we're not doing the podcast with Yellowtail.
Yeah.
We're doing the podcast with Velenosi, because we pick good stuff.
Sure. Yeah. So, first of all, we are in Marche, and the two guys have the map, so they are prepared. Maybe I can make a question about
It's a paper map. It's a paper map.
I have also my map.
Freemaps.com.
Now, Marche is northern Italy, northern west, northern east?
No, it's central.
Central? Okay. I would say
Central, East Coast.
East Coast, central.
Yeah. So basically, in terms of viticulture, is a really good position because we receive the stream from the Balkan.
Oh, fantastic!
So usually, this coast is a little bit colder than the West Coast, which now for the climate change is something really good. That's why I remember especially 7-8 years ago, but even before, because I have been here for 10 years. I remember 2013 there was such a big snow, and I am right on the sea here on the beach. We had I don't know in feet, but it was like this of snow.
It's probably a good 2-3 feet.
3 feet of snow.
And that's where you're originally from.
Yeah. And Velenosi is in the southern part, so really bordering with Abruzzo. The city is called Ascoli Piceno. And actually, Ascoli Piceno is a very old city because the Picenon people arrived much earlier than the Roman. So are much more antique than the Roman.
Predate the Romans.
Yeah.
Dang.
And that's why there is a road here that is called Salaria, which was the salt the salt way. Salt in the past was something that you were exchange, and this was called Salaria, that it was connected the Rome with the southern part of the region,
So instead of
and
the
it still is a very important.
instead of the Silk Road, you have the Salt Road where they made the trade.
No, that's yeah. We have also the Salt Road.
Yeah, we have salt roads too. Every December, there's a bunch of salt
and
and
then
sand out
your
there.
shows you need to throw away after that. But anyway, that's different. So yes, let's talk about Velenosi a little bit, but I really want to do something that we interchange all together. So Anthony, you are studying Italian.
A little bit. Practicing on you.
Okay.
And two other
Have
salespeople.
you so Velenosi is the last name. Do you know what it means?
No idea.
No?
No
Okay.
idea. Vele, no, I have no idea. I can't even guess. I have no clue.
If I
It's
say
gotta mean no, I was gonna say villa, but that's Spanish, right?
say
Villa?
Villa, like a villa.
no, it's not villa.
Vele.
Okay. At the end. I will tell at the end. Remind
Okay.
me, okay?
Okay.
That's it.
But it's
Italian
the last
101.
name, so it's not that you pick up. It was pick up.
Let
Okay.
me check on these
Yeah,
things.
sure. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Today is fun because they asked me what is the typical food in the region, and I said definitely the typical food in the region, and especially in this part of the region, is olive alla scolana. So today we are cooking the olive alla scolana. I bought the olive alla scolana. Can I have the bag so I show the
Is this the
name of
bag?
the place?
bag.
Because
the
it's
bag?
the only place. It's called Cremini. It's in
Cremini.
Carroll Garden, and is a special place for like aperitivo kitchen restaurant.
Shout out Cremini's.
They do a lot of recipe from Marche. So they had also something, other stuff that, but from Carroll Garden to here is not really around the corner. I needed to figure out something that I could bring. But I mean, if you want a market experience, I really suggest to go and visit the place. There is a crescia, there are the pasta meatball that is also like a kind of spaghetti that you do like a meatball, and they are very special for this region. But definitely olive alla scolana are, really the signature of the region, and we will show you when we will eat the olive alla scolana, and we will enjoy with the wine. So for Velenosi, it's as I usually say, it's a young winery because it was created in 1984 by Angela Velenosi, and 40 years in the Italian standard is young. Is very young. Now there is the second generation with Marianna and Matteo, the daughter and the son of Angela Velenosi and Ercole. And so, the future of the winery is already good for the
Secured.
moment, secure, correct. This is really a winery that when I say that, really the image of the winery, especially, until now, was Angela, because Angela is really, it has really a great personality. She's strong, she's very determined, and I think to be, I usually don't like to do the, conversation about female world, male world, but being a woman in the 84 in Italy, in the wine trade,
Probably tough.
it was.
She got balls. That's what we say. She's got
We
balls.
say also in
She's
Italian.
got balls. You got to have balls to start a winery from nothing.
That's how I describe Angela
Yeah.
in Italian. I thought it was bad to say.
No, you
Nah,
can
that's
say
fine.
it.
Okay, I like it.
She's got a
I think
pear
that
hanging
she
on
like,
her.
yeah. No, that's definitely she has balls. For sure, for sure.
It's a big leap.
So, thanks to her, the winery in a few years became one of the most important in the region. It's still family owned. They produce, almost 2 million bottles. They have estate in Marche in the south, Marche in the north for Verdicchio, for example, and also in Abruzzo. So, but all the states are, property of the winery. And I don't know, maybe we should start to taste something. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah? Okay.
I'm rearing to start
We
drinking.
start with the Verdicchio.
Yes, ma'am.
So Verdicchio, first of all, the name comes from the word verde, which is green. Okay.
Verde, yes.
This because
That's for you, Joseph.
this because
these look nice.
the grape and also the wine. We maybe it's difficult to see here, but usually when you have like the cup, you have a little bit of greenish color
I
in the
see
board.
what you
Okay.
mean. Yeah.
Well, with this light
It's tough.
is tough.
Yeah,
It's
and we're
tough.
drinking out of whiskey glasses, not wine
Yeah,
glasses.
there is
so
a fine.
It's fine. It's a glass.
But it's not really. It's not only the glass. It's also the light.
that overhead
yeah,
light.
maybe usually you can try with the like this. So
see.
having
I'm
a
gonna break
white,
the speak in this thing.
it makes a little bit of difference.
If anyone hears that beeping, it's Anthony using the air fryer. Usually we are eating. We eat all the time on the podcast because we're pairing stuff. This is the first time I think we're actually cooking on the podcast.
There's a lot of new things.
Because I'm here, so we have to do something different, something new.
I'm all for it.
What was the name of this one again you just poured?
Verdicchio,
Verdicchio.
which is one of the most important native grape in the region, but also is one of the most important. I pour to everyone and not for me.
You forgot yourself.
Yeah. And it's a grape. I absolutely love this grape. It's a grape that has. I love the elegance of this white wine. This is totally stainless steel tank. What do you feel? What do you perceive?
Well, it doesn't have the sharpness that you expect to have with the acidity.
Yeah.
It's got really nice acidity, but there's no sharpness there. It's almost like a pleasant, soft finish.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's elegant.
Also because the temperature is not too chill.
But I prefer to taste wine.
No, sure, that's
for
why,
the first time, I always want to try the wine room temperature.
Meaning that when you chill, you feel a little bit more the sharpness. So that's normal. It's not for Verdicchio. It's a normal rule that when you have a colder wine, you feel more like a little bit more the sharpness.
And the alcohol gets dulled down too.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, it's a very dull flavor in itself right now. Like it's not dull, but like what's the word I'm looking
And
for?
I like
Mellow.
the saltiness. That there is like a salty finish.
It does have a nice salinity to
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
because the vineyards are really close to the ocean, so they receive the influence from the ocean. Also,
I feel like I taste like grape, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Because like a lot of the wines, they have tannins, they have all these different flavors, citrus. This tastes like, I'm like, oh, this is made from a grape. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense.
okay.
Because I've tried wines that have just so much different flavor. I'm like, oh, this tastes like a,
Like
wine.
wine. Okay.
Like a grape.
Good,
Like,
good.
yeah,
No,
I enjoy it.
Again, I really love the Verdicchio as a grape. It has a lot going on. It's rich. It's not a kind of light white wine. Now we need to wait a little bit because otherwise we burn. That's typically what happened.
It's gonna be a little lava boil.
Yeah, that's what happened with Oliva Ascolane just cooked.
Yeah,
So-
you don't want that.
And but yeah, because they are filled with meat, and so inside can be pretty hot.
Well, it sounds really interesting. You got a whole bunch of different stuff in there. And you took what's like, I think, a simple concept and made it complex, which I think is the beauty of Italy.
Yeah.
You can take a region, make the wines based in the region, based on the local flair, and be totally different from Abruzzo, totally different from Emilia-Romagna. That's the beauty of buying Italian wine.
This is, well, I don't think we said what we even cooked. It's olives stuffed with what?
Meat.
Meats. Just
There's chicken, there's pork,
so
there's
it's
beef
different
in
meat.
there.
It's not just
It's
like
to
one.
study the recipe.
There's egg yolk, flour,
And
lemon
then it's
zest.
fried.
Lemon zest,
lemon zest.
a little bit of lemon
Deep
zest.
fried?
Yeah.
and it's
So
fried. Yeah.
practically you
Fried
first
with
you cook the meat in a pan,
course.
of course. But the process, what is difficult that okay, now you can find, especially in Italy, you find the olive with the oil, and that's much easier. Otherwise, the recipe that you cut the olive like all around, like a peeling.
Okay.
Okay. And then you put the meat, and you reshape the peel with the olive.
Labor intensive.
Yeah.
Take out the
Yeah, yeah.
seeds, stuff
Then
the
you
olive.
pass in flour, then you pass in the egg, and then you pass in the breadcrumbs, and you
Like a
fry.
chicken cutlet. Yeah, yeah.
So it's a long process. It's a really long process, but they are very tasty. We can try with Verdicchio, but Pecorino
the right one?
is
Let's
you
try
know,
some
I
Pecorino.
would say is the can I come somewhere, because if I drink right now everything, I don't think
Wait,
that
I'll get.
I don't finish
Don't dump it in the
podcast.
garbage, please. Don't make my
Do you
life
have a cup?
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna give you something now.
Okay.
Like a cat piss. You know, like cats when they spray.
Yeah.
It's got the same nose. And then I always find it so beautiful about nice Sauvignon Blancs. They have like that cat pissy nose.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I want to leave this.
This is obviously not Sauvignon Blanc. This
No.
is Pecorino. But it's got that same, I know it's off-putting description, cat piss. But
No, but it's,
you smell it, you can be like, oh, this
No,
smells
no.
like cat piss.
What?
It is. Yeah.
smell
No.
it.
No.
Oh no,
Stick it in
yeah. It's funny because it is like a accepted description. I think it's so funny. They go, "Oh, cat pee," and I go, "Yeah, it
No,
smells
no,
like
just
cat piss."
because for Pecorino we need to make a distinction between Pecorino from Marche and Pecorino from Abruzzo, because this is a native grape. Where Verdicchio is Marche, even though it comes from Veneto originally, the Pecorino, you have Pecorino in Marche, Pecorino in Abruzzo, and we actually do both because we have also an estate in Abruzzo, so we have also the Pecorino from Abruzzo, and it's so interesting to taste together because they are so different. In Marche is really rich, intense, especially this nose that is beautifully described. But then the palate is definitely it's not Sauvignon Blanc in the palate. You have the acidity, you have again a little bit of
nice tartness to it.
salinity, and where in Abruzzo the Pecorino is leaner. It's not that intense. The other difference is that in Marche, like in this bottle, is a DOCG, and DOCG is the top appellation in Italian, in the Italian appellation.
What was the DOC stand for again?
Denominazione organizzata,
Yeah,
controlla, garantita.
Denominazione di origine controllata e garantita. Okay, so try with the olive.
Okay, let's burn them out.
Yes.
Joe.
You try first, and we wait for you.
Let's see. This
Yeah,
is a little ball.
it's still. No.
The wine.
Those are better
Burn?
than the first two. You did a great job.
I put it for a little bit longer.
Honestly, kind of tastes like the wine.
Well, olives are salty, as you know.
Well, I know, yeah, but I'm saying.
Now I smell it. The cat piss nose is gone.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's better with Pecorino, because of course the olive are a little bit aromatic and salty, and probably the Verdicchio is a little bit too.
amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I think?
That's amazing.
No, what
the
it kind
cat
of.
piss nose is, for me, the cat piss nose is gone.
You know what it tastes like, and it pairs well.
Now the fruit comes out.
Yeah.
like a baked clam almost,
Yeah.
right?
Same elements, kind of.
Same elements. It would go great. A baked clam and this would both go great with the Velenosi.
Then I am a certified sommelier, my best suggestion is drink what you like with the food you like.
Amen.
Because, especially when you go for dinner in a restaurant or, you go for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be obsessed with
Don't be a snob. Yeah.
Yeah, no, not even snob, also obsessed with the pairing that you think, oh my God, now I pick up the wrong wine.
Well-
Just pick,
Just drink what you
if
like.
you do a wine
Yeah.
class, it's different.
I agree with what you're saying. Whatever makes you happy makes you happy.
Yeah.
But you can't have like biscotti cookie with Pinot Noir.
Why not?
That's not going to
No,
work.
What if I like
no,
it?
no, there are
wrong.
there are some rules.
No, we
You
have
can't
port.
go crazy.
Dessert,
Drink a port wine
dessert
with that.
is with sweet wine.
Another one of these bad boys.
Agree.
There are people that they do dessert with dry sparkling. Sometimes I do, but it's totally wrong. No,
This is-
that's the rule. Dessert cake is with sweet wine.
You have to.
By the way, we have a sweet wine.
Well,
I didn't.
The wine
yeah,
has to be sweeter than the dessert,
yeah.
in my opinion. Right?
I like
If
how you both just said, drink how you like it, pair
Because
with it, and then you go,
there are
but
some
no,
guardrails
this
you got to put in
gotta
place. You
drink.
can't have fish fillet with.
But what if you
Amarone.
like it? What if you're a
Amarone.
psychopath?
I usually say we
You're a
Amarone.
psychopath that likes fish fillet and
Yeah,
briccatondo.
people are wrong all the time. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You can, put the tires in
I-
your car
I do
backwards if you
sta-
want.
I
You can
do-
do it. It's fine. It was going to work, but you're wrong.
I do stack with wet wine in any case.
I'd like to put lemon juice on steak. Instead
Okay.
of me putting too much salt, make the meat too
Yeah.
salty,
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
do a
sure.
little lemon juice. So you get the citrus, pair that with the white wine.
Yeah.
It works. Not everyone's going to agree. There's going to be a lot of guys who are going to say, no, you can't do that. You're crazy. Well, you're right. If it
Technically,
works, it works.
you need tannin with especially like with the kind of rare meats. But again, just drink what makes you happy with the food.
I can't stress it enough. It was smelling like such cat piss in the beginning. Now that I had the olive,
Yeah.
the smell is gone. It's crazy. That's amazing.
So there is a kind of why I told you about the Oliva alla Scolana with Pecorino. In Italy, you have to think that the wine is not even regional. It's even in the province. So, like Marche, there are now 5 provinces. And when you go, like, if you are in this area, you have Pecorino, you have Rosso Piceno, and if you are here, you have Verdicchio more, and you have Rosso Conero, for example. And the Oliva alla Scolane is a recipe from Ascoli Piceno, and Pecorino is more a grape in that area. That's usually you have a lot of matching that makes perfect sense with the food of that area. Makes sense?
That makes sense. Yeah, sure. If something
sense.
comes from some area, pair with
Yeah.
the local food. Yeah, it makes total sense.
Yeah, makes sense. So that's why Verdicchio is probably, I will go for like a oyster, for example, with Verdicchio, seafood,
Raw oyster, cooked oyster,
right, raw.
raw oyster.
For me, it's raw.
Yeah.
For me,
I
it's raw.
used to like raw
I-
oysters.
I tried
can't
the
do it
cook.
no more.
No, thank you.
You can?
I read some report about it, and I'm like, nah, I can't do it no more.
With Kevin? No.
No.
Kidding.
Something with they were saying oysters, they're filters,
Yeah, like a mussel, of course.
right? So they
like
catch
mussel.
a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's,
I don't know. Maybe
I
I gotta
know.
cook my
It's like a
oysters.
mussel.
Yeah.
It's like mussels.
Mussel,
they,
same thing. They catch a lot
They
of
are
things.
they clean the ocean.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way.
I'm
They
getting
clean the
older. I
ocean.
don't know. If you talked to me 5 years ago, I probably would have ate everything.
We're having 5 years ago.
So,
That's what happened.
Fauci got you.
if you want to try, this is a typical, we call pizza. We don't call bread. We call pizza, even if it's not a flat pizza. And it's a pizza con I grasselli. Here they do, this is not the prosciutto bread that I usually bring. This is what Madonia they call cicola.
Yeah.
Basically is bread with ciccioli of, pork, a crispy part of pork, and this is from market. This recipe, I mean, probably other area.
Yeah.
Probably other area, but that's something that I thought, oh, this is from market.
It'll go good.
Yeah. And maybe these two works well for sure.
And this bread is Madonna's bread. Usually you get us Addeo's bread, which...
Addeo, they don't have the cicola. They do
they do.
only the prosciutto bread.
But I don't think
And
I've
in
had
any
this
case,
one.
today Addeo is closed.
Addeo's closed, so not that Madonna is bad. It's just...
Yeah. So, did we taste the olive?
Yeah, Joey,
Yeah,
you have
I
any
had
olives,
some.
Joey?
Joe, bread. It's good.
Joey
It's
doesn't
made
want
of-
to eat.
good.
Joey's
Yeah.
watching his figure, man.
So, what do you think we should pair this?
Oh, we could just eat. Let's do the Brecciarolo.
Yeah.
All right.
So, by the way, you know why the name Pecorino?
Pecora?
Yes,
Sheep?
sheep. What happened with the pecora, with the sheep?
They threw it in the ocean. I don't know. What do they do? What do they do with the pecora?
I don't know. It depends on who you ask.
If you see here, I mean, it's very hilly, and there are a lot of sheep in this area.
Those guys get lonely out
In
there.
summer, they need to move a little bit more inside because it's too hot, and they need to, to find the grass. It looks like that, in this traveling, the sheep love the grape, and so they call Pecorino. There are some other options for the name, but this is one of the most confirmed option. It can mean also that the shepherd was eating the grape.
Well, I think Pecorino is a good name.
Yeah,
Because it's synonymous with a lot of other things in Italy. When you name
Yeah.
it a weird name like Coda di Volpe, no one knows what the hell that means. But Pecorino, Pecora, it's in people's minds. They're thinking about it.
I usually ask when I say Pecorino, what do you think?
Some for you?
Cacio e pepe.
I think Pecorino right away. As soon
Yeah,
as you
that's
say
what I
Pecora.
think.
Yeah.
I think a Pecorino Romano.
Pecorino Romano, yeah, that's why cacio e pepe, Pecorino Romano. We have a lot of pecorino in the region.
cheese boys, so that's where we go to.
Urbino. I was thinking, but I didn't find anything. But we have a lot of pecorino cheese in market.
All the Pecorino cheese I know was from Sardinia that we have over here.
Yes,
Almost everything's
but
from
I mean,
Sardinia.
pecorino is from
No, I know.
everywhere in
yeah,
Italy,
yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
What we get
because,
over here
yeah.
is Sardinia.
Yeah. So this is Brecciarolo. Actually, is the very first wine that was produced by Velenosi in 1984 with
Really?
this name. Yeah. They started with Brecciarolo and another white wine. It was a blend with Pecorino and Passerina, and this is a blend Montepulciano Sangiovese. 70% Montepulciano, 30% Sangiovese.
Fantastic. This one's really good. I do like this one a lot.
Yeah, I usually describe this blend like a perfect wedding because you have, first of all, it's Central Italy. The two grapes really are, the signature of Central Italy. But also what I really love is the combination, how the two grapes, they really, they really join each other because, you have the power and, Montepulciano is also a little bit rustic grape, which is going to pair with the elegance of Sangiovese. That's why I think that it's a very, interesting blend. The wine is aged for 1 year. We use French oak, small barrels, but the barrels are used, are not new in this case.
So a big difference with new barrels and used barrels. New barrels will put a lot of flavor of the wood.
Yeah, but it depends also the kind of oak you use,
Sure.
because You can use new barrels, but the toasting is kind in the middle, and they are not too impacted too much.
But then the new barrel has to soak up a lot of wine.
Oh, of course you feel the oak. I'm not saying you have the oak also here. In any case, it's not that you don't feel, because you have earthiness, you have smokiness, but everything is very well balanced by the elegance and also with the fruitiness of the wine. So it's when we talk about barrel, I think it's such a huge theme, like subject that we really need to be very technical, very specific.
No Hungarian oak, no Slovenian oak, all French oak.
Yeah, you're French oak.
Do
In
the
Abruzzo,
other-
we have a Slovenian.
Do the other one that you have, the red wine, is that French oak too?
No, that's why this is. Let me just check, because this we use a little bit more big barrels from Ninfa. And also we have Slovenian oak in the cellar in Abruzzo. But Brecciarolo was born with a French oak. Roggio is French oak.
There's never Italian oak?
No, because we really don't have forest
they
in
don't have the
Italy.
No Bosco?
That's
Yeah, but
why.
those aren't oak.
That's why for me, like a Christmas year, when I saw this, the real Christmas tree, I was like, oh, why you are, wasting the tree? Because in Italy, it's very rare. And if we do I did like a couple of times, like the real Christmas tree, but then I put in the garden.
That's why the
Because we
Italians
don't
use
have,
cement, man.
so it's,
That's why they invented cement, to build everything instead of wood.
But we have a lot of barrels maker. Especially in the north, especially for Slavonian oak, you have a lot of what we call bottai, that they are, people that they do the barrels. But we don't have the oak.
I just tried the olive with the red
With the
wine. I
Oh.
don't like it.
Save one olive at the end.
The bread
Save one.
went way better with the red wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
The olive and the white went great, but the olive and the red I didn't like.
We got bocconcini too.
I mean,
So Oliva
They're trying to put me on
Roscolana is also Passerina.
Smile on your face that New York has a lot to offer. You're going to live out in the woods. You're going to be eating American cheese.
So now
Yeah.
let's see
Walmart
with
bread.
most underrated
where
cheese in the
where
game.
did you get the mozzarella?
Joe's Deli,
Ah, okay,
We rated them #1 in the mozzarella game.
number one.
okay. Where are they?
They're on 187th Street.
It's so funny when everyone asks that, because you come here all the time. A lot of people that come, they go, where's Joe's? Because they're so, I think they're the best. I think they make the best
But they do
mozzarella.
the small. They do like the small.
Yeah, they do the bocconcinis, they do
the bocconcini.
sandwiches, they do broccoli rabe, they do
I
everything.
love the
It's fantastic.
bocconcini.
Oh, God, I love
They do
bocconcini.
fantastic.
But
We
for
love,
mozzarella, I think I need, for me, white wine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I love when they make la trecce.
A trecce.
We used to do it, but...
Who does that? Nobody does that, right?
it anymore. I mean, you got to request it. I'm sure they'll do it for you. It's not a big deal.
Fantastic.
That's it's good. It's very good. Yeah.
This is my favorite podcast when we.
So today you
Mozzarella.
treat me.
Yeah, I mean, we treat you a little bit. I also have bread, too, from Terra Nova. This is just plain bread.
Okay.
I'll cut that up also.
Shout out Terra Nova. People, again, I say how Terra Nova.
Nice, Boston.
Do
Terra
you like
Nova
the bread?
was the Italian bread in this area, West Cecil. It was back in the day. You got Italian bread. It was made at Terra Nova. Now,
So what he means is when you go into another deli, like a deli nearby your house or a deli in Morris Park or
Oh.
something, it would always be Terra Nova. The bread that they had on their shelves would be Terra Nova bread. Terra Nova bread. Now it got replaced by another guy called Nicosa. Yeah, all right. Terra Nova makes a better bread.
Okay.
Their bread ain't bad though too. They make it pretty
So
good.
do you
Boston.
like a better prosciutto bread than this?
they're very similar. I like the prosciutto bread. I think it's better. The prosciutto bread is a little more greasy, maybe. I don't know. Not that this is not, but very similar. But
So instead of a podcast, it's a kind of
just eat.
merenda.
We just eat and we
It's an
drink a little bit of wine.
excuse to eat. And
This is I had breakfast already at home. Now I'm gonna have dinner
No,
when I
I
get out
don't.
of here.
I don't have breakfast, so for me it's good.
yeah,
I'm very bad. I never had breakfast.
me neither.
What do you want? Brecciarolo?
Let's try the new red one.
Okay.
That one. What's that one called? That one that you have over there. What's that called?
It's called Ninfa,
Ninfa.
which is a
Ninfa
ninfa
Sibilla.
that you have in the label. Okay.
Ninfa means
Ninfa.
they sleep
Nymphe.
with everybody.
Like a little, like a little.
No, nothing.
No, it's like Tinkerbell, like a nymph, like a little fairy. No,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
that's why the bottle you can see
Maybe
it's
they
a
do.
little.
I don't know.
That's what I remember. Ninfa. They just sleep all the time.
That could be, you know,
Every all
something.
day.
But it's a similar word.
Like, yeah,
That was funny.
a nymphomaniac.
Yeah, right.
That was my favorite kind in high school. I loved them.
So this is a blend
no,
with
this one not
Pulciano, Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Syrah.
Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Syrah.
Yes.
Ciroc, P. Diddy.
So these are all French varietals.
Yes.
And this is done in the Abruzzo property.
No, the Montepulciano is from Abruzzo. I'm pretty sure that the Cab and the other are from the Marche property. So that's why it's a Vino Rosso, because it can be Marche IGT, of
A
course.
little bit, please. I have to down the other one. Thank you.
When you just said Marche IGT, it means everything has to come from Marche to be
Yes.
called IGT.
Yes.
And IGT means Indicazione Geografica Tipica.
Typica, yeah.
Typical of that.
Comes from that area.
Indigenous
From the area. I mean, you have a little bit more freedom than a DOC, but still it need to be from the area, for sure.
Ooh,
It's a very elegant, velvety wine.
elegant.
And
Really?
this you said was Slovenian oak.
I get a lot of.
They use they change something and they need to double check, to be honest.
There's a lot of
because,
wood coming through
I
here.
get wood,
yeah,
tobacco.
but they use they
chocolate.
also use
I
big
like this.
barrels here. Yeah,
It's my kind of wine.
I think it's still French oak. I
how-
will double check.
Look how
For
red that
people
is.
who don't know,
Because this is brand new. The previous was Marche IGT, and they knew
Okay.
that it was barrels. And I know that they changed a little bit now.
Fantastic wine.
I don't want to be, to tell something wrong. You know that I am precise.
I
yeah,
like
we
this a
know we
lot.
don't take nothing seriously. We get it put in the comments. We adjust it.
Okay.
Very dark in color.
Yes.
I get like-
I mean, Montepulciano and
Yeah.
Cab.
I get like almost tobacco notes, wood, dark chocolate, cherry. This is the one. These are the red wines that I like a lot.
By the way, how do you like
A
this?
little pepper to it too. I get like almost like a little pepper flavor on it.
Personally,
Pepper. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it when Italy takes the French varietals
It makes them better.
and makes the wine taste better. I love it. I love Super Tuscans, Cab Franc.
Oh,
They're fantastic. Even like the really high-end Merlots, Galatrona, Massetino, Massetto. They're not cheap wines, don't get me wrong. But they're
that's what I
phenomenal.
was going to say. I mean, Massetto is,
Sassicaia, they're phenomenal.
I need another one.
They're
they are.
phenomenal.
They are.
They're not cheap. And I get it why they're not cheap too. They're picking the best grapes, everything's handmade, everything, there's only so much available. They can charge what they want to charge.
But by the way, can I show you this? Because you mentioned this, big name. Of course, nothing to say about the quality, about the grittiness of the wine.
Very
But
good.
here you have one wine from Velenosi that I absolutely love. So this is a financial magazine. It's not a wine magazine.
Who's that guy? He looks like Galliani. He used to be the
Pietro
boss of Milan.
Giuliani, president del gruppo Azimut with Ferrari.
He's a gentleman.
So every year they do a special list summing up the best review.
Migliori's the best.
Yeah. Like I think a year that you have Wine Spectator, Robert Parker, Wine Enthusiast, James Suckling, and Wine and Spirits with the rating. They sum up. And we have this wine that is Roggio del Filare, that in this vintage is 7. So it's right there. But look at the first 6. Gaia, Masseto, Giacosa, Fino. I'm just going, yeah. Solaia.
Very nice lineup. So say Gaia, Sassicaia, and Roggio's right
Giacosa,
in the
yeah. This is Giacosa. This is Fino from Puglia. Amarone, Masseto, Montiano. And we are here.
We've had a good number of those wines, like actually drank. And
So which is
all very good.
Is the same blend of Brecciarolo, Roggio del Filare, but there are, many differences because the Montepulciano is a single vineyard. By the way, it's a very steep wine, and all these vines like 62 years old, so the production is low. The yield per hectare is around, I believe, around 5 tons. And we do longer maceration, at least 4 weeks. And we age the wine.
Sorry, I cut you off. Maceration, 4 weeks, meaning you're pressing the wine and you're letting it sit with the skins at the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no, after it's in the red is fermentation and maceration together. Okay, and that's the same. Of course, the vinification is separated between Montepulciano and Sangiovese because we pick up the grapes in different moments. Also here, Montepulciano is the last grape that we pick up. And
so Montepulciano sits in the vine for a long period of time.
Usually at least 2 weeks longer.
And it's building more sugar when it's sitting on the vine for those 2 weeks?
No, it's just that it takes more time to get ready. Especially in this case, I think Merlot is the very first. Then probably Cab and Montepulciano, they might be a little bit closer. Sangiovese, I would say around 2 weeks earlier. So the vinification is separated for each grape. And then we aged in the Roggio del Filare, we aged in for at least 2 years in new French oak, in this case, small barrels. That's why the Brecciarolo they use barrels, because when we rack off the Roggio, we use the barrel for Brecciarolo. So Brecciarolo can be second and even third passage barrels.
When you use the barrels again, or that's it after third, fourth passage?
No, they are reused because I think that the more or less the production of Roggio is 50,000 bottles and Brecciarolo is 500,000.
500,000, yeah.
So we need more barrels.
Sure, yeah.
We need more barrels. Of course, we had the barrel from Ludi, which is the other wine that we use a new oak, but still we need more barrels.
And you source your barrels from where?
Those are French Allier. Which one?
Yeah, pour me some more of that one, please. I think he needs some too.
I don't know who is the Tonellery, to be honest. I don't know the Tonellery, but it's French Allier oak.
A lot goes into making wine. Different things you could do, different techniques, different barrels you can use, aging times, maceration times.
No, again, when we talk about oak, it's such a huge subject.
Yeah.
Because it's the forest, is the kind of oak, is who does the barrels, the toasting of the oak is usually, like for example, United States, I think you use also a lot of chestnut, which it's maybe in the past.
They use Chicopia.
Yeah.
They use American oak.
Yeah.
They use a couple different kinds. The Japanese use Mizunara.
Yeah.
That's like a twisted tree. It's very
Yeah,
expensive
okay.
to make those. Hungarian oak, Slovenian oak. We don't have too much experience with Hungarian, Slovenian oak and whiskey. Wine making, yeah. Well, that's interesting. We're going to do a little experiment. I'll give me a couple ideas now.
Okay. Okay. And so I know that you studied the region yesterday.
A little bit.
Yeah.
On YouTube, I studied it.
This is anything that you thought, oh, like I had no idea.
A lot of fried food, apparently.
Fried fruit, yeah.
Well, I didn't realize
Frito
that.
misto, because we do have the fried for seafood, but also for meat.
I was watching something where the girls is eating fried everything, fried sage, fried...
Sage, oh my God, the fried sage, that like
Never
a
thought
kind
about
of
that.
tempura.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Fried food is good,
Artichoke, zucchini,
Yeah.
like a zucchini like in the spaghetti style.
man.
What else? Also zucchini round, or everything, carrots, sage.
Italians fry a lot of stuff, man. Don't sleep on that. Calamari, chicken cutlets, all that type of stuff.
There is another, so the name of this place, Cremini, actually is one
There's
of
a
the...
mushroom, no?
No?
It's not?
I got it. Oh, we lost legs.
So cremini in this case is, I know it's weird how I explain, but you should try, is a fried custard.
Fried
So
custard.
you do custard with eggs and flour.
Right.
You don't put a lot of sugar, just a little bit, but
Almost like a
very
zeppoli.
tiny sugar. And you put a little bit more flour so it's not like too soft. And you cut in small pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And same process. Eggs, you fry. It's delicious.
Hey, I mean, we fry a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's almost like a zeppoli. You know how they just kind of, I mean, it's not custard, it's dough, but, you know, close enough.
Now, what's the name Passerina mean?
Passerina means,
It's the name.
for the grape, it means a little sparrow,
Little sparrow.
female in this case,
Passerina.
because Passerina,
Passerina.
with the A, which is female.
Should I just let it shoot?
And,
We might hit Tiziana
oh
in the
my
face.
God,
I'm gonna
not my glasses.
put your
okay?
glasses on.
Okay.
Here we go.
And so it's one of the grape that we call the bird grape, because it looks like the bird that were eating
the little
the
sparrow.
grape, the little sparrow. So think like all the Valpolicella grape are all bird grape, okay?
I'm gonna put a little bit to rinse out my cup.
And I stop here. There are other meaning.
What do you mean, the other meaning?
Other meaning means that it can mean like
Not prostitute or hooker.
like
or anything.
no.
I'll drink
Like-
that wine all the
Well,
time.
maybe like a bombshell.
Bombshell.
Yeah.
Like a hot lady? Or like a bombshell like explode?
Beautiful.
A bombshell.
Yeah, beautiful.
been
Beautiful. But you can also tell two little girl.
Oh,
Okay, so it depends how you use.
Mm-hmm.
Not Oliver with this is perfect.
Save one for the end.
Yeah.
We gotta cut it. On
No,
video.
I know. Just I know how is the pairing, so I don't need the olive.
yes. This, the olive, and this.
No, that's the perfect pairing, because Passerina as a grape is very fruity, tropical. Also, Pecorino has a lot of tropical fruit, but Passerina, it has this beautiful tropical fruit, a little bit of citrusy, and this beautiful acidity. That's why
Even the carbonation with it.
Yeah,
is very-
that's why we can do a sparkling with Charmat
You
method.
gotta pour me
Sure, no,
more
and we
because
need to do the
I
brindisi.
drink too much.
We need to do the brindisi. Also with mozzarella.
I might have to have more mozzarella. Shoot. Giuseppe wants some. I'll pour it for him. Giuseppe.
Yes,
You're a handsome man. There you go.
yes. Sure. And
Joe, It goes with that. You have to have one to pair.
You good?
I was thinking to go to the gym after this,
Well,
but probably
It's Sunday.
probably a skip.
Go for a nice passeggiare.
Yeah, that's it.
Chin chin,
Salute.
chin chin, chin chin. Salute,
Again,
chin chin, cheers.
Salute.
Thank you for coming out here.
Yeah.
Thanks for
and doing
coming.
this
Thank you
us.
for
We
giving this spot of time. But you need to try.
Tiziana, I want to ask you a question before we get off.
Yeah.
What do you think about this whole mocktail, no alcohol, zero alcohol?
Guys, on this
I
mocktail.
think that we need marketing sometimes. I'm not saying that they give wrong information, but they focus, they highlight what they want to hit. If there is no alcohol, it's no wine. I don't think
Yeah.
it's a bad
juice.
beverage, but it's not wine.
Soda.
Because wine
juice. Yeah,
in the classification of in Italy is needs to have a content of alcohol. Maybe it can be 1%, but still you need to
I
have
think in the
alcohol.
context, not only just in the world. Never mind just Italy. It just doesn't.
I guess.
I think that's why it's so funny that people, I want a mocktail. Just order grape juice. It's the same shit. You just you don't want to say, I want juice. I want to sound like an adult, so I want
No,
a mocktail.
that's what I'm saying. Of course, marketing. I'm not against. I tried the no-alcoholic beer. I prefer alcoholic beer, but it doesn't mean that it's not good. It's just that I think that it's not correct to call wine.
Yeah. Non-alcoholic beer is for like alcoholics who go, I need that feeling of a beer. To be like, I want a mocktail that's made up of all this bullshit. Not even just wine, but like, a margarita with you want juice.
Yeah.
And here on Arthur Cantina Podcast, we are on a crusade against mocktails.
Sure.
Enough of this
Oh, no,
bullshit.
Finally aligned.
yeah, no.
I mean, I've always been aligned, but I never understood. And you're right; it's very annoying.
I agree. Unless there are no like a very important, healthy issue, which is something different. Also, the alcohol. I mean, if you drink a glass, it's not the glass that makes you sick.
Yes.
Right.
Moderation.
Moderation.
Yes.
Drink
With
some water.
There
Eat something.
there is a fun reel on Instagram. When I see, I will send to you. That it's not for wine, but they say there are proved study that if you eat healthy, you don't eat any grass, you don't eat any salt and everything, you died in any case, but you died unhappy. So
Be happy.
moderation, because we talk about a lot about alcohol, but maybe especially here, we need to talk about the food as well, because I don't, I personally love burger, but maybe they are not that healthy if you eat every day. And I love it. I have. It's just I don't have every day. It's like a pasta. Everybody is against the carbs. I eat carbs.
Yeah.
It's just that I eat carbs, I eat vegetables, I have a little bit of wine. I don't drink soft drink, that's for sure. I drink water.
I don't drink sodas either. I think
Yeah.
sodas are the worst
No.
thing. Sodas, Red Bulls, Monster Energies, all those are the worst things you could
started to
possibly
drink
Some people are happy drinking them.
ginger
Some people are not
ale.
happy.
Ginger ale,
Oh my
I'll have
God.
maybe once. When I go out for
I
dinner, I'll have one
stopped.
ginger
I
ale.
stopped because that's an addiction.
It
It's
is.
like Nutella. It's addiction.
I don't
I
really
love
like Nutella.
Oh my God,
You're
I love
crazy.
it.
Once in a blue, I have a little bit, but I'm like, all right.
I used to get, as a kid, that's why I was a chubby kid, I get a piece of Terranova bread, Italian
Yeah, with
sliced
the
Terranova,
Nutella,
and
yeah.
just put a whole, and my mother would lose her mind. I said, sorry.
I'd
You ate the
rather-
whole job.
A piece of cheese and a piece of meat than
No,
Nutella.
yeah, okay, yes.
That's
That's
some substance to
I
me.
You're not
also
Italian,
prefer
that's why.
savory, but I like Nutella.
Yeah.
And again, with ginger ale, I just find that I was just drink it like this.
Ginger
Oh my
ale's
God,
good.
yeah,
ale's
but
good.
I stopped.
If I go out to a restaurant, maybe I'll have just one can of ginger ale and that's in. But I never drink soda. Always water.
I think one of the funniest experiences I've had with non-alcoholic. So I'll tell you a quick story before we get off. We're on a boat trip, go fishing. So there's a bunch of guys, and they're doing all kinds of stuff on there. Besides just drinking wine and liquor, they're smoking, they're putting things in their nose, they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm not part of that. I just want to have a few drinks. So we're drinking whatever, and one kid that's with us on the boat, he's like, "Yeah, I got 2 6-packs of beer."
Which kid?
Well, I don't want to say that. So we got 2 6-packs of beer. He's cracking them open. He's drinking them. He drank pretty much both 6-packs by himself. He's drinking them, and he's on the boat. He's going, screaming and yelling on the boat. Whatever, right? Everyone's having a good time, whatever. So we all finish our beers. We all finish our drinks. And we go, "Hey, can we get one of your beers?" He's like, yeah, no problem. So he gives us one of his beers they had left over. And I'm looking, I go, why the is this Heineken blue? I've never seen a blue Heineken before. Yeah. So I look at the back.
It's no
alcohol.
It's no
and
alcohol.
I go, this kid, he's going crazy this whole time. I go, "Hey, you bought non-alcoholic beer."
You can't be.
And his face goes, and everyone on the boat starts dying laughing. Everyone goes, because the whole time he thought he was drunk. He was drinking alcohol.
That's why. I mean, all the the communication is strong. You.
What an idiot!
Isn't that a positive for mocktails though?
No, it's not.
That's like a pro because like I'm drinking it with my buddies and I feel loose. I feel drunk. Like I'm cutting loose.
It's placebo.
Yes,
it's retarded.
It's the
drinking stupid. Zero alcohol.
It is a placebo, but
he's screaming and yelling.
But because he's got
crazy.
that taste of the beer, he thinks he's drunk. He's feeling loose. He's opening up. Maybe you just turned me to mocktail.
Yeah, okay. Go spend $10 on non-alcoholic.
Who was that person?
I don't want to say. I don't want to say.
He was showing half that, after 6-pack.
I think 6-pack, yeah. I think I laughed the whole ride home. Because it was maybe half an hour left. I think I laughed the next 30 minutes until we got back.
Also, if you think the alcohol in any bottle, it refers to a liter. So, I mean, to have 13% of alcohol, you need to drink a liter. If you have a glass, it's not like a... If you have a cocktail, probably you have much more alcohol. I like cocktail.
I'm going to have a little more of this.
What is your favorite cocktail? I am very Italian for cocktail.
You like the
Honestly,
cocktail.
I don't have a preference for cocktail.
Negroni.
I don't like Manhattans.
I hate Manhattans.
Are you sweet?
I don't like old fashions.
Okay.
I don't
like
Negroni.
Negroni. For me, it's Negroni.
I like Belvedere, whatever you pronounce it. I like those. Those are nice.
Negroni. For me,
number
one is Negroni.
For the most, because I'm used to tasting wine, used to tasting liquor, a lot of times I'll drink it straight or with a couple ice cubes. Because I want to know what the spirit tastes like.
Of course.
And also, bars I don't trust. So for the most time I go, I want straight. And I taste it, okay, this is the real stuff. Give me a couple ice cubes. Maybe mix a little soda in there. That's it. Okay. Nothing crazy.
Okay.
I like a margarita. That's the only one I like because it's so outside the box.
Frozen on the what you call
not the frozen. I get a head. It gives me
like in the martini glass.
I mean, it could be in this glass. Usually, it's like just in this. But as far as
what
cocktails,
I mean is not like the frozen.
No, not like a shake. But I don't really drink cocktails. I think a margarita tends to be more fun. They do a different flavor. But like, as far if I'm gonna have a whiskey drink, it's gonna be a whiskey. It's not gonna be whiskey soda.
You don't mix. That's for me is the same. I don't really mix too much. That's why for food, like if it's not Italian, like a Japanese, that is based on the ingredients. Simple. Simple.
When we go to events, especially we're gonna go to Opici on Tuesday. There's going to be everything there to taste. There's going to be all the wine. There's going to be a bunch of liquor. So we're going to drink everything.
Try not to get drunk.
But, little samples here, and then we're professionals. He's
Of
semi-professional.
course.
I'm professional. And you're used to doing this stuff. If I feel a little like I had too much,
You stop.
I'll go stop,
Yeah.
drink a lot of water.
Water, yeah.
I'll go eat something.
Yeah.
And within an
No,
hour, I
with the
recover.
food, with the
Yell
food
at somebody
is
outside of a window.
Yeah, yell at
with
someone
the
on the
food,
street.
yeah. With the food is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which,
So,
again, last episode we talked about Tre Bicchieri. You were there.
That was nice. That was
Yeah, it
fun.
a nice time.
Trebicchieri, yeah.
That was a great
it's,
time.
There
And
were,
again,
a lot of wine.
Well, we went to you first, right? Because you're our favorite. I had the wine. So this is good. You really are. I mean, who's better than who? If you
Honestly,
had to
he
pick,
talks shit about everybody that comes to the store to pour.
you really are. I mean, if I have to pick favorite, you have to be number one. I'm Luke. I don't know if you've met Luke before. He's come here. He's a little, hey, what's up? He's on the podcast all the
testing
time.
together at Christmas.
Luke is like a
Yes.
friend, but he's not my favorite. He's like a funny guy. He's a nice guy.
Luke's a good guy.
But you are head and shoulders, I think, are number one.
No, Luke is fun.
Luke is fun. Luke is
Yeah,
fun. He
Luke's
texted me the other day. Shout out Luke. We gotta get him back on. He's been on our podcast so many times.
Well, the first time I met you, you were with Velenosi.
Yes.
And
I've
think-
mean that I started in the wine trade in around 2003.
Yo, it's fab.
And
It's fab outside.
Let him.
And when you are in Marche, you can't miss Angela Verenosi. So
Yeah, no.
I've been
presence.
knowing Angela
presence.
for quite a while.
And honestly, if it
Yeah.
wasn't for you, we probably wouldn't have any wines from Marche. We don't have any other wines from Marche. You're the only
But
Marche
and now
representation we have.
you know a beautiful region.
Now we do. Now we do. We do.
And if you decide to spend some time in Marche, let me know,
I have
because
to.
so we will arrange where the best place for food, but also for visiting.
I'm overdue for a trip, so I think when I go, I'm going to spend maybe a good month or two going to everything in Italy.
So you are from Abruzzo? I don't remember.
We're from
You're the-
Basilicata.
Basilicata, okay.
Yeah, a little further down south.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
A lot of mountains. Not too many
yeah, it's
people.
mountains.
a lot of
It's
mountains.
It's on the Apennine, yeah.
That's a place. I gotta buy. I was actually talking to my father. I'm like, yo, let's buy a place in Bella. You're retired.
I don't know about Bella. I've been thinking about it a lot.
When's the last time you've been?
20 years ago.
Go.
Oh.
You go. They go. Oh, you're this guy's son. And then,
Yeah, it's
And then
just too remote. Though.
no, but you're like,
too remote.
oh, this is home.
too
It's
remote.
crazy. It's a
Maybe
great.
a
it's-
base there would be nice, but I think
Well, a base. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
something closer to the coast, 30 minutes away.
you're not that far from the coast. Italy's small, man.
2 hours.
No, it's
nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing. 2 hours. You drive 2 hours.
No,
You're not
but-
even out of
yeah, but
Westchester. You know what I mean?
you need to think.
You drive 2 hours. You're not even Carroll
So
Gardens
here
yet.
is
You're sitting in
Basilicata.
traffic.
Yeah, but I could be in
Okay.
Orchard
Yeah.
Beach in 5 minutes.
But think
We are
that-
right here. This where we're like pretty much here. So we're not too far from any coast.
Yeah, but if when it's summer and you drive from the inside to the coast during the weekend, if it usually takes 20 minutes, probably it takes 2 hours to get there.
It takes 2 hours to go back to Brooklyn.
You don't understand.
Okay, yeah.
No, you don't
That's
understand. You
I don't
don't
go to the
drive.
beach, goddammit.
No, I mean, for me, same. I have
nothing.
a scooter in Ancona, and to go to the beach, 10 minutes. That's the most.
That's
that
it.
you
Get a
can.
scooter. You could go down the mountain on a
I do, yeah, I ride the scooter.
Yeah, that just Anthony
Yeah.
get one. Get on one. It'll be like one of those Russian grizzly bears on a bicycle.
I need the three-wheeler sit in the back
Three-wheels,
while someone else
okay.
drives it.
Yeah, you
Put the
you
goggles
can have
on, the
with the
little hat.
3 wheels. You could
That's gonna
have.
be the Photoshop for this episode. You in a little sidecar.
We'll see. Next time
Okay.
I go, I'll definitely come visit Marco.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming
Thank
on,
you
Tiziana.
so much.
Thanks for
That
bringing all
was
the food you
fun.
Yeah,
brought.
we had a good time.
Thank you for the olives or the
I
wines.
mean, you bring. I just
We
brought
brought a little bit. Brought a little
the olive because it's something that it's very market.
bit. There it is.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Grazie,
Thanks for
grazie,
coming on, watching the
grazie.
show. Thanks for Tiziana.
Like,
Thank you so
subscribe,
much.
share.
Like, share, subscribe, do all that
We're gonna
fun
start
stuff.
doing live episodes with fans.
Yeah, we'll have Guest Prince comes on. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Thanks for tuning in. Have a great week. Take
Thank
care.
you. Yeah.
Drink wine. Don't drink that fake
Yeah,
bullshit.
make America drink again, baby.
Thank you.
Yes.
Arthur Cantina, we're really glad you came. We won't forget your face next time, but might forget your name.